This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News, News-Free Dixie for the 21st century.
And so when you stop and think about all across this country, many parts of the world, there's marches going on. Marches going on. And interesting, you hear the black leadership saying, and I'm part of that, be violent, be nonviolent, don't burn. Well, how come you're not coming in there talking about the conditions, Nobody's ever told a cop, stop killing me. But you're going to lecture to me.
That's right.
Lecture to me. And so when you stop and think about what happened since then, do you know we had serious crowds, thanks to the Sharpton and his organization in D.C., nation's capital. But do you know New York had the largest crowd they've ever had for a demonstration?
That says something. Wow.
So I'm wondering how long now is it before a cop gonna kill another me? Because every so often since this has happened, another black get killed under mysterious circumstances. Is somebody trying to make somebody mad so they can pull something off? What is this about?
Yes, sir.
And so I just say thanks to the many folks that's out there demonstrating. Let me tell you, when we demonstrated in the early 60s in front of Mayor Daley's house in Chicago, you can't find a bigger thug than that. He peacefully coexisted with the mob. Politicians get out of line, they kill him. It's just straight life. Straight life. So when we demonstrated in front of Mayor Daley's house, white folks came in. I asked the guy next to me, I said, where you from? He said, New Jersey. So we stopped the march. And I said, let's sing some freedom tunes. All the black white folks that was part of that movement, where they came from, they know the Negro spirituals, right? They knew the freedom songs, right? These two white boys didn't know nothing, so that's how we knew they were decoy cops. They in our line, right? So all at once, a gun get pulled and somebody gets shot. And it looked like it was the march, It looked like it was the march. So how is all that shooting going on there in Ferguson on that night? They to tell the police cars burned up.
Even the church got burned down that night.
Yeah. The whole game, man. And so again, I'm saying that those of you all that's listening, it's almost a duty to call some friends. Call some friends. And say, if you know where there's a march taking place, join it. To get in touch with A.L. Sharpton's movement, say thank you. And now let's start a strong movement on the phone, on the internet. See, it's hard to call for a Christmas boycott now because people been paying down for their new car. They want for Christmas for their wife, their friend, their son, their daughter, For 6 months. People have already bought stuff, but you can plan if you haven't bought.
Right.
A Christmas card, don't buy one. If you haven't bought a Christmas tree, don't buy one. Oh, what about that, man? And if you really want to just celebrate Christmas, wait till January 1st when they had the white sale.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I like that.
Wait till then. And so, and so when you stop and think about everything that's going on,
Yes, sir.
we got to watch and look and feel it. And so again, I just say to the reaction to it. I can speak for the violent folk, because I don't know how many of them. I know in our movement how many people we had. It was provocateurs. Remember when King was run out of town that day in Memphis?
Yes, sir.
He'd come in there for one day to do work with the garbage. Right? You know, there was a group in Memphis called the
Invaders.
Invaders.
Right.
They the ones that started the riot. Are you aware of that?
I heard. Yes, sir. I heard of
They was breaking windows, and there wasn't no police beating up nobody. They was breaking windows and smashing stuff, and they had to get King out of there. And now King got to come back to prove that he's never had a march that ended in violence except that one. Oh,
You know, so I want to add to that. One of the invaders, one of the co-founders, Charles Cabbage, who passed away a couple of years ago, they said he confessed to being an FBI informant. He went to Morehouse at one point. He confessed to being an FBI informant on his deathbed.
He was. That's what I'm saying now. How many FBI agents is in this crowd up here? I just want to say to my grandmother, strange stuff is happening, huh? When Mrs. LaRusso, the march from Selma to Montgomery,
Yes, sir.
peaceful, no violence until we was on our way back to the airport, and she was shot and killed. And then we find out there was 3 FBI agents in the car
Right.
when them rednecks shot her. So the question is, how come y'all didn't stop it? Said, well, we are decoy cops. That's not our job. Okay? FBI in the car. So what happens is we wake up tomorrow, and there's 12, 15 police stations blown up in different cities. And somebody leave a note or somebody get killed. And they got some Ferguson stuff on them, right?
Right.
Now, where do we go? Now, where do we go? And
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Now, I would say with Ferguson, what people don't understand is that they around Thanksgiving time, they had the National Guard in there with checkpoints. They were shutting down the city. They had a curfew. They had checkpoints throughout the city.
Yep.